Greetings and salutations, this is Brian from Mechbladestudios. Happy New Year everyone! I hope this year will see good fortune come your way. It apparently has here. During the making of my Super Smash Bros. Review, the Mechbladestudios YouTube channel has crossed 30 subscribers. Because I was focused on getting that video out on Christmas, I couldn't say the following. Thank you all so much for the support, and welcome to all the new faces. In a similar vein, my Crystalline video has suddenly spiked in terms of attention. So for the people that found me through that video, have I got a treat for you. I was talking with kind commenter's specific shade of red about Crystalline, and I had to boot up the game to double check myself regarding the music when I saw this.
This is a ridiculous gift. I hope you know that.
Yes, local vicious tsundere Kaori Itami has returned in PixelFade's follow-up to Ace Academy, Kaori After Story. Taking place after the Kaori ending of Ace Academy, it follows the same protagonist visiting Kaori and her family over winter break. Antics and romantic fluff ensue. The first thing you'll notice is that this game runs on the Crystalline engine, meaning that you can't cheat by rewinding scenes or save more than 35 saves. Nah, just kidding, it actually means you get to see Kaori with live 2D technology.
Stop being a pervert!
Right when I was actually thinking about how Ace Academy should be remastered to use live 2D like Go-Go Nippon did with its updates. However, despite several new characters being introduced, namely Kaori's family and the obligatory reference cameo, Kaori is the only character to use live 2D. The trade-off is that she wears more outfits than the cast of Crystalline did, who only changed for occasional scenes. Would it kill them to actually put her hair down if the text says her hair is down though? Everyone else uses the corner method, which makes most of their designs hard to comment on outside of their faces. They're generally well drawn, with Kaori's family looking appropriately like they'd be related to her. Kaori's mom looks like Penny from Ruby if she actually got the chance to become a real girl. Puzzlingly, despite the game only having one live 2D model to deal with, it has even more trouble running than Crystalline, often stuttering and lagging when trying to get Kaori on and off screen. Her movements on screen are quite fluid and believable though. I like the attention given to her eyes. The look of death she gives you during her classic line will be burned into your eyes. Speaking of yelling, Sydney Poignoise, I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name, does an even better job here at playing Kaori than in Ace Academy.
I am not a tsundere! But I know that a lot of times people don't like how blunt I am. Or they think I'm scary. You are the best, floofiest, blondest boyfriend! Stop being a pervert!
She was always one of the better acted characters, but the better direction here really shows. She's able to do much more than just her trademark yelling, pulling off quieter, more serious scenes very well. The rest of the cast is nothing to sneeze at either, though there are a few cases of people pronouncing each other's names differently multiple times.
Kaori finally has a boyfriend!
The music department is a curious subject. The game opens with a real OP, Winter's Light, sung by YouTuber Liz Robinette, which is quite solid and fits the festive theme of the game. The rest of the music fits scenes appropriately, as the other two games did, but it doesn't sound as overtly futuristic as Ace Academy did, going for a more neutral, timeless feel that Crystalline probably should have gone for. The instrumentation is still clearly synthesized, but it could probably fit any time period provided the story took place around the holidays, as the bells indicate. The story's really short, but there's enough happening here to justify spoiler warning, so here's your time code. Despite being around 3 hours to complete at the most, Kaori After Story succeeds in its task of being a bonus mini-sequel to a predominantly slice-of-life comedy visual novel with flying colors. It's brief, but very well done. Your grace period starts now. Your grace period is over. As the title indicates, this obviously takes place after some version of the Kaori route of Ace Academy. I say some version because your final choice regarding your core is never brought up, not that it affected the outcome of the actual game the choice took place in that much, but still. You and Kaori arrive at her house in the Japanese countryside, where her family is dumbfounded by the fact that she managed to find a boyfriend for obvious reasons. In the first of several instances of bizarrely wing-managed behavior, her mother says you'll be lodging in Kaori's room. Most of the story plays out through various day trips and other festive activities with Kaori outside of the bizarre meta moment of playing a visual novel, Magical Messenger, inside a visual novel. This is the only real misstep of the story, depending on your sensibilities, in that this comes across as padding. Even the Giga cameo was funnier than this. Only two real plots happen here, one revolving around you forgetting to get Kaori a Christmas gift after you find her gift to you despite the two of you agreeing no presents, and the other being whether or not you give her a promise ring on New Year's. Is that even still a thing? Yeah, it's pretty schmaltzy, but I guess it fits the Japanese interpretation of Christmas, and that's more of a romantic holiday than anything else. It's also balanced by legitimately hilarious writing, where the best parts of Ace Academy, namely trolling Kaori, becomes the focus of this entire game. Things get slightly more risque here than in Ace, which is saying something when Valerie only gets a name drop in this game. It's not bad enough that this turns into an off-brand visual novel, we'll call it, but I can't show certain scenes lest YouTube kill me. The OP does not make this easy. Neither does Kaori's family in that matter.
Do you like it?
I can't believe you'd give me something like this. You're my mother!
Granted, these are just joke gifts, but still, what the fuck? You do learn more about Kaori as a person outside of her past romantic difficulties, where it's revealed that she always liked gears, anime, and other such activities, but her surroundings growing up made her act more traditionally. It's the usual tomboy has to not act like a tomboy ordeal, though she did legitimately enjoy doing girly stuff. Not the most unique backstory in the world, but the fact that these activities weren't compulsory is somewhat refreshing. Ballet in particular helped her with flexibility, which assisted with her focus on health and fitness, which is important for gear piloting. She also laments that her tendency to speak her mind does indeed come off maybe a bit too blunt. The backstories of her family aren't exactly delved into that much, but that's not really the point here. Her twin older sisters are fashion designers and models, and her father likes making gear figurines. The story ends with a choice of whether or not you give Kaori the promise ring. If you don't, you both continue watching the fireworks and wish each other Happy New Year, the end. No harm done. If you do, you get a few special CGs, you two go steady, I swear this was from my parents' day, back when dating was called courting, the end. It's a story of fluff and comedy, but that's what was advertised. Yes, the comedy needs connective tissue to be a coherent story, but there's just enough here that the whole package, however made short it may be, is satisfying. Crystalline's narrative failings come from having a story that should have had more focus or development be drowned out by jokes and tropes, but Ace Academy and Kaori After Story advertise themselves as slice-of-life comedies, and thus the jokes are the game's strengths.
What kind of home improvement tape is called pleasure tape?
That's not to say that PixelFade should avoid serious moments altogether. The heart-to-heart with Kaori and the Igloos proved they can do them well, but there's a balance that they struck with the Ace games that they didn't with Crystalline. On a final note, you'll have noticed there's no gameplay section here. The game doesn't have any mini-games like the previous games did, but in what essentially amounts to a vacation, I don't see what they could have done. Maybe they could have let you make your own snowman or something. Also, there's no gallery for CGs, so if you want to save them, you better drop a save when they appear. Overall, I give Kaori After Story an 8 out of 10. This was a pleasant surprise. The voice acting and visuals are well done, and the writing in general is hilarious, if not a bit questionable at times. It only loses points based on padding and stability issues. This game is a nice indication that PixelFade hasn't forgotten about the Ace universe, and I wonder if either a full sequel or maybe other seasonal after stories following the other girls will be made. It's a short but sweet treat for Ace fans, and especially those like me that went for Kaori first.
So, what of it?
A couple of side notes before we go. Ace Academy is available on mobile devices. It's identical to the Steam release. The other note is that, yes, I know this isn't the Smash Brothers follow-up, and the next video is not going to be that either. I'll say this though, the Smash Brothers follow-up will involve amiibos, along with other modes that I didn't cover. What will the next video be? Here's a hint. So that's it for me for now. What do you guys think? Did you play Kaori After Story? Which After Story would you want to see next? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like and subscribe for more reviews of anime, video games, and movies. Also hit that bell icon so you know exactly when a new video goes up. Thanks for watching and Happy New Year. This is Brian from Mechbladestudios, signing off.